Hey everyone, this is part 2 of our Love is Blind recap. For part 1, just scroll up in your feed and you'll find it. Thanks and enjoy.
So he says, regarding the friend, he goes, I told you that off camera to build up a level of trust to make, he's like, I told you that to make sure I was totally transparent. And he
Right.
says, this is a level of respect. It's a boundary. I introduced you to her and I've put her in a
Yep.
situation to be on camera.
Mhm.
And, it was a one-time thing. So basically he told her 6 years ago, we got drunk and
Right.
banged and we regretted it. And she's had a steady boyfriend ever since. And I, since then,
Yeah.
was almost engaged to somebody else. So it was a one-time drunken hookup. Like he told her that in confidence, but he didn't know who the fuck he was dealing with when he told her that.
And we want to know which friend it was.
Casey's like, it's definitely the brunette. Now I was like, I thought they both had blonde hair. I didn't. Yeah.
No. One had brunette hair, and I think it was the blonde.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I
Well,
do.
see, I'd have to watch that whole scene back because I paid no
Mhm.
attention because it was such a nothing burger of a scene. But now we know why it's in there.
Yes, we do.
Damn it. I hate when they do that to us and make us pay attention. So I hate when I skate past a scene because I'm like, well, this doesn't mean anything. Like earlier,
And it means a lot.
Amy and Johnny were making furniture. I didn't even include it because I was like, that was nothing. And what are we going to
That
come to
was
find out?
nothing.
What are they going to come to find out? They have a fight about a dresser? God. So, all right. And he says, he goes, I introduced you to her. I put her in a situation to be on camera. And Chelsea goes, yeah, and I love her. But listen, you're single then. You're not single anymore. You're not single anymore. Like you're calling and texting when I'm out of town. You're not single anymore. Who were you with last night?
Oh
and he
my
goes,
God.
I was with 8 fraternity brothers and 2 of their girlfriends. Who were you with? I know you were with Jess. I know you were with Jess. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. And I was in bed. I was in bed.
We went from he was with a girl, his girlfriend
Uh-huh.
that he slept with. We went from, he was there with her. Now he was there with Jess.
Uh-huh. And Mackenzie apparently saw all of this.
So all this.
Well, but let's talk to Mackenzie because I don't think Mackenzie saw shit.
I don't either. And then it went from they, like a group of the girls from the pods. She said they all saw you. And then when he asked, like, who were they? Oh, it was just Mackenzie. And he's like, I don't even know how Mackenzie looks. She's like, well, she knows how you look. Well, bitch, you might want to be worried about how Mackenzie knows how your man looks because that means she's been creeping on his page.
Or also not to come up and be like, hey, I'm Mackenzie from the pods.
That would be very odd.
To not go up and approach him.
To not go up. Yeah, exactly.
So he's laughing. He goes, I think you're fishing. I don't have a clue what Jess looks like other than the picture Jeremy showed me. And she goes, really? You didn't say she's a Kardashian? And he goes, no, I said Jeremy said she looked like a Kardashian.
And we all remember that conversation when he said that.
Yeah. And he said, Jeremy said that, when we talked last night, you never mentioned Jess. It's like he goes, you're bringing up Jess and you're bringing up Mackenzie. And I think you're fishing. Like, did Mackenzie tell you she saw me? Did Mackenzie say she saw Jess? Where did that come from? Like, you're making this all up. She is. Yeah. She's throwing out a line to see if he'll bite.
Yes, she is.
And he's like,
he ain't biting.
Because he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I went out with some fraternity brothers and their girlfriends who you don't know,
Exactly.
So she goes, what did you say to me when you left last night? And he just looks at her and she goes, I'm going out. I'm going out. And that's not the kind of person I want to be with.
A person that tells you exactly where they're going and probably when they'll be back and who they're going to be around. Yeah, no one wants a loser like that.
What?
Yeah.
So he says, that's the only night I've gone out that you weren't with me or that you weren't with your friends in the last, month or so. And I was gone for an hour and had to make an appearance for a friend's birthday. And I don't think it's reasonable, but this conversation is unreasonable.
And we've all done that. We've all like, I really don't feel like going, but I got to go and show my face, drop off a gift. And then you take your ass back home and it's like no big deal at all. And you cannot tell me that drunk ass Chelsea has not been out with her girlfriends.
She said this is the only time he's been out by himself, like was gone for an hour. Otherwise they have gone out. She's gone out with her friends. He's gone out with his friends. But they were both out. So it's not fair because now he's saying, oh, I'm not allowed to go out unless you also have plans. Like it makes no sense.
And I would be pissed off if my boyfriend, fiance, husband, or whatever, I got all made up, hair done, makeup done, outfit on, and we're only gone for an hour.
Oh, yeah.
That was a waste of time to get ready.
Yeah. So when he goes, I don't think it's unreasonable, but I think this conversation is unreasonable, because now he's starting to be like, she's drunk, and now I'm pissed that she just revealed that about my friend, which my friend is going to be horrified when she sees it on TV.
Course. Yes.
And she goes, well, now I really question what the fuck I've done. I don't want to be with somebody who wants to go out a lot like you, and if that's your norm. And he goes, okay, so you're sitting here drunk, which I loved. He called her out.
He called her out. Yep.
He said, so you're sitting here drunk telling me you don't want to be with me anymore, and you don't think that makes me feel like shit? So if you've had too much to drink and that's how you feel, then fine. But if you're willing to say you're sorry and work through it, I'm willing to work through it. But if you're telling me that this is changing how you feel, well, it's changing how I feel too. I love you. I'm in this for you. You've met my family. But if you don't want to be with me anymore, you think that's okay to say because you're emotional? You think I don't care about you? And she goes, you don't.
Oh my God.
And he goes, so you think I'm full of shit every time I tell you how I feel? She goes, I do. I think that. And he says,
oh my gosh, I don't promote physical violence at all, but he should have just threw a pillow at her head and ran downstairs and just left. It was just that stupid. Like, it was so childish. Just like, throw a fucking pillow over there at her and tell her to shut up.
He says, if you think I'm full of shit with everything I've told you in front of my friends and my family, then I don't want to be with you either. Right. And that shut her up for just a second.
Just a second. Just long enough for her to catch her breath and maybe wipe a tear away.
And to think, what did I just say 2 minutes ago? Because I'm drunk and I can't remember. It must have been bad.
Yeah.
So she goes, we have 2 weeks to decide if we're going to get married. And if all you care about is partying, I'm not into it. What is she talking about? Partying. I don't think
she knows. I think she knows.
I think it is just like what we saw on, you won't know this reference, but on Real Housewives, when Denise showed up to that weed party and she was so hammered and she started getting mad at Erica, and then she didn't know why she was mad at her. So she's like, you know what you did, because she couldn't remember why she was mad.
Yeah. I don't know that reference, but that's exactly what's going on here.
And then Dorit went up to her and said, hey, I think your jacket's on upside down. She was like, don't do this.
Oh my God.
I know what you're trying to do. And Dorit's like, to tell you your jacket's upside down. It's just like you're so drunk that you know you had a point, but you forgot what it was.
You forgot it. Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, I don't want to have this conversation. She goes, well, that shows a lot about your character. And he goes, I've done nothing but prove to you where I'm at. You don't think I love you? If you don't think I love you, then I don't want to be here. If you don't think I love you. And she goes, I don't know. And he goes, it's not going to work, Chelsea. And so he goes back in the bathroom, maybe to spit out his toothpaste. I don't know.
I hope so. That's what I was hoping. Just get it all, rinse your mouth out, please.
Then she follows him into the bathroom like nothing has happened and goes, hey, don't leave. Stop. I love you with all my heart. Stop. And he says, no, you've overstepped my boundaries.
She
did. But this is exactly what she did when they were in the DR. Remember, she'd be like, and I'm so mad at you, and you were over there flirting with AD. I love you with all my heart.
She likes the fact that she has this man's emotions in the palm of her hand. I think she likes to test it out. I think she likes the roller coaster ride. I think she loves the highs, and I think she loves the lows.
I think she loves the drama. Loves it.
She does. And it makes me wonder, like, does she drink kind of all day, but just like not in large amounts? And by the end of the night, she really starts feeling all of it?
I think she's off work. I think she's not working right now.
Right.
Because they're filming this show and she's got nothing to do. So she's like, hey, why not? I'll just have a drink at noon. What? They do it in France. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
having it with cheese, so you know.
So AD and Clay. So AD is cleaning up in the kitchen and Clay is working on his computer. And they talk about kind of logistics of Saturday, which I have to assume is going to be the party that we see later. And about the lake house. He's like, you should park here because she's going to work afterward or whatever. And then they laugh because she almost drops her ring. down the drain. She's like, not my engagement ring. He's like, oh man. I was like, I have to propose again. She's like, again and again. He's like, oh yeah. So then she goes, yeah, for the dress fitting that's on Sunday. She goes, my sister's coming and my other sister,
What
always
is the story with the other sister?
other sister.
And then we know there's 7 kids.
They're between those two parents?
Yes, there's 7 kids.
That mom that we met gave birth to 7 kids?
7 kids. And then yeah.
Wow.
7.
Wow. Okay.
Snatchback.
Wow. Okay. So she's like, hey, let me show you these color schemes that I picked out. He goes, all right, great. So she shows him color schemes. And it's like some pinks and stuff. And he goes, I like that. AD. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I don't know if I want to wear that color though. And she goes, no, honey, you don't have to wear that. You could just wear a tux. This is just for like the plates and the bridesmaids dresses. Clay has never been to a wedding.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't know that the men wore a wedding ring. So, of course, he knows nothing about what she's talking about.
He literally thought she showed him like pink and blues. And he was like, oh, okay. That's what color I have to wear.
I got to wear.
No.
He needs to read a Martha Stewart Guide to Weddings book.
No. Together. That's way too advanced. He needs to read A Dummy's Guide to Weddings. He has never been to a wedding. He's never seen one in a movie. What is the deal?
So. Maybe he's seen them in movies, but he was too much focusing on the cheating parts of it that he just didn't pay attention to any of the nuptials. None of that. He looks at like, oh, the night before a wedding. Oh, that's when you cheat one more time. That's just what he knows.
Yeah, I think so. So then he says, earlier we were watching Love is Blind. I was like, are we talking about Love is Blind on Love is Blind?
Yeah, I think because remember he says he had never watched the show.
Yeah.
So I guess he's being honest. He never watched it.
But he was saying it like the two of them had watched it together. And he's like, and I don't know if I'm the same as those guys that are ready to get married. Like they really ask the right question to do the right things. And, I got to say, like, my dad's cheating really messed me up. And she says, so that's like your biggest concern. And he goes, yeah, I don't know. And she goes, look, you don't have to be like a person you saw on TV. You're you and I'm me and you're here for me. And that's what I love. I love how you're here for me. And then she goes, and I'll tell you something. If it's a no at the altar, I can be okay with that. And he looks at her like, thank you.
Thank God.
Baby Jesus.
The eyes were going crazy again. But when she said that, the people started to dilate a little bit like, okay.
Yes.
All right.
He calmed down a little. And she goes, but I'm not going to be a long-term fiance. So I don't think we would continue to date after that.
Did I say pupils dilated?
Yeah, you meant undilated. Yeah.
Yes.
I knew what you meant.
Yes. She was being brutally honest, but he was too. The boy is scared.
He's scared. And he was doing that crazy ass and he was starting to do that ramble again and she cut him off.
Yes, he was. Yes.
And she goes, I'm going to tell you something, we committed to the experiment. And for me, it's pretty important, the experiment, to commit to the experiment and the timeline that is on us. And I want to stay committed to that. And he goes, okay. He says, that's good to know. That's good to know. And he says, I really want to be a leader in our relationship as the man. But in this situation, I feel like I'm having to look for you to guidance in the relationship and to help me. And she says, I'm happy to do that. And he says, I'm super fearful. And she says, I'm not afraid. And she says, right now you need me more. And there'll be a time where I'll need you more. And this is a time. True. Yeah. She's like, this is a time I'm helping you. And there'll be a time later where you're helping me. Yeah. And when she explains it to him like that, I really feel like she's getting in there and he gets it.
He does. He does. He's still confused on who walks down the aisle and does his dad walk him down the aisle and does he carry the bouquet? Who carries? He's still confused about all those steps. Yes. But right now, he is really understanding more of the relationship. And I think he is feeling the pressure of we've got to get married in 14 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a normal feeling. I think the people that are excited about getting married in 14 days, that's weird to me.
Yeah. And I think you've got somebody's been filming you for all this time. So you haven't even really had a breather of a guy standing in cargo shorts in your kitchen,
True.
So he says, I'm fighting for this, AD. Like, I'm fighting for the fairy tale ending. Like, I went into the pod saying I would never fall in love, but here I am. So I really am fighting for it. And she was like, I know. Like, I can tell you are. So, and I really do genuinely believe what he's saying. I do.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
He's being honest. I mean,
yeah.
he
And I
talks
like
about
that.
it a lot, and he's long-winded when he talks about it, but he is speaking his truest feelings to her.
Yeah.
And she's
yeah.
patient with him.
She is. She's got to learn to cut that off when he starts in the she's like, okay, we already heard this.
We ain't doing that shit today. Ain't got time for it. Come on.
We already heard that story.
Yes, we have.
So now we see Jimmy sitting on the couch and Chelsea walks in. She was gone, and she walks in, and when she walks in, he goes, "Sup?"
Mary Payne, I tell you, I damn near threw my phone across the room when she walked in and he was sitting on that goddamn couch. Why are you there, Jimmy? Why?
He keeps returning to his captor.
It's like, you can make it in the real world, Jimmy. You did it before you met this crazy heifer. You can go back to doing that, but I don't know. What is it?
Yeah,
what is it?
I don't know. This podcast is sponsored by Little Spoon. Let Little Spoon eliminate mealtime drama for you and your family. Look, we're all a fan of reality TV drama, right? Like Amy and Johnny, if they're going to have kids in a couple of years, well, Little Spoon will be great for them because Johnny is really trying to save money. Little Spoon has healthy meals and snacks that your kid will love for every eating stage. They have the little baby blends. They have the biteables, which is transitioning, to the finger food. They've got the plates for your big kids. The smoothies, the lunchers, the snacks. My little nephew, James, tried all of these things. He loved the chicken dunkers. He loved this purple carrot acai bowl. Yeah. And a smoothie. You guys, it's just a wide variety of junk-free, better-for-you alternatives for your kids. Like I said, sweet baby James tried these things and was a fan. He loves the dunkers. Okay. Also, I got to mention, it comes right to your door. It's so flexible, so easy. You can change it up every week. It comes to your door. You pop it in the fridge. You pop it in the freezer. And then when your kids needs a snack, or if it's that witching hour and you've really got to make a meal fast, boom, you pull it right out. So simplify your kiddos' mealtime with 30% off your first order. You're going to go to littlespoon.com/pinkshade, enter our code pinkshade at checkout to get 30% off your first Little Spoon order. Again, that is littlespoon.com/pinkshade, enter code pinkshade. You're going to get 30% off your first Little Spoon order. Do it. So she says, yeah, I just went home for a little bit. And I guess I was just like hanging out. And yeah. And he goes, all right. So I was very optimistic when we came into this experiment. I introduced you to my parents. They love you. And I was totally sure. But after your actions the other night, I don't trust your judgment.
Mm-hmm.
And I went on a 4-mile walk and I thought about what I wanted. And, I wanted to take you home and be proud to call you my wife. But I was betrayed. And this morning when I woke up, my perspective on getting married is, I don't want to. Now here's his opportunity. Get up. You said it. Get up. Run.
Run, Jimmy, run.
So she just looks at him and goes, so you're saying no? And he says, Chelsea, you said I don't love you. That hurt my feelings. I have been fighting for you. And you say I don't give you any love and affection. And I feel like I'm giving you as much as I can possibly give.
Yeah.
And she says, well, this is hard to hear. And I'm sorry for the things I said. There were things that were heavy on my heart, but my delivery wasn't good. And I'm so sorry about that. I can't say sorry again about that. I was like, did you?
Yes, you can.
We only heard you say it once.
Yeah. Keep saying it some more. I need you to put it on a fucking t-shirt and wear it for a week. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
I know I was horrible, but to throw in the towel after one bad night? I mean, things aren't going to always be easy, and that's not our character. And drinking is not healthy, and talking in that circumstance was not okay. And I'm completely aware of that. But when things get tough, you can't just walk away from me.
Huh?
And he says, last time we argued, I left. So I was really proud
Yes.
that after this argument, I didn't leave when you were
Mhm.
treating me that way. And she goes, but it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
didn't like that
was.
she said that. It was 100% her. All her.
100%. He absolutely did zero wrong. Zero.
And I and he didn't I didn't like how he didn't defend himself when she said that. He should have hit the table and said, "Do you not remember what the fuck happened?"
Roll the tape.
Right?
She goes, I mean, it wasn't just me. I mean, I felt more in love with you yesterday than I ever had. Like, what else can I make you do to make you feel like this could be a yes? And he
Oh,
just sits
wow.
there and he goes, for you never to cross the line on things that you crossed the line on the other night. And she
Yeah.
goes, same for you.
What?
What?
Please. Okay. I feel as though if he had crossed the line, they would have caught that on camera so that we could be entertained. But he did not. Not even a little bit.
Is she saying because he was like, if that's the way you feel, then I don't want to be with you either? He just literally
Which
repeated back to her what she said.
Well, she said, yeah. She's a crazy person.
And she goes, babe, I never want to argue like that again. Like, that wasn't fair for both of us. And then she goes, so where's your head at? And he said, I signed up for the experiment and I still want to give it a shot. And I can forgive you for the other night because I love you with all my heart and I really want to try. And then she goes, how come you look so good? Like, I really like your pants. It's Lululemon sweatpants? Okay.
Yeah, well, to me, if a man's gonna wear gray sweatpants, he better have an elephant trunk in there. That's what we like to see. That's what's impressive. That is what men wear gray sweatpants for. That
Yes.
was not the situation that we saw at all.
Well, according to her, it's as big as this microphone. So,
Sure.
so he gets up and he kisses her. And then she
Ugh.
has the fucking nerve to go, are you going to make me cookies?
I mean, okay. If he had promised cookies, I mean, come on. Is the fight really worth us not having cookies tonight? Come on.
He's
I
like,
would have asked for the cookies.
oh, babe, I'm so tired. And then my question to you is this, does this girl have a magical vagina? Like, she is such a gaslighter.
What did I tell you? They say the best sex that you ever have is with a crazy woman.
This is
Here we
nuts.
are. Yeah, she's crazy.
Somehow she turned it around to make him think he did something wrong.
And he fucking believed it. And I bet he baked those cookies.
I bet he got up and made those cookies. I mean, they were probably sliced and baked, but still, those are good. Those are good.
Those are good too. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 10 days until the weddings. Laura, okay, they're at this lake house now where they're having this like barbecue.
Yes.
Okay. Usually there's more cast members there. So I don't know if there were more cast members there that we just didn't see. Like, why did they choose only the extra cast members were Trevor, Mackenzie, and Jess? We didn't see any other extra cast members. And Sarah Ann.
They had a very brief moment where they show Alejandra and another girl come up.
You're right, but they didn't have a lot of extra guys, just Trevor.
Well, I assumed that everyone came.
I guess everyone's invited.
Oh,
there are usually more people there. Yeah.
Huh. Because I was wondering, I was like, why isn't it the whole cast? I thought this
Why didn't Matthew show up to Matthew. Okay. So Laura arrives and she's in her top was making everybody very nervous. Very nervous.
I was ready to see nipple. I was like, it's gonna happen. We're gonna see one of her nipples.
But she had on like a sheer skirt with a thong bathing suit. I mean,
Yes,
she was like, I'm coming to show you what you're missing, motherfucker.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, she did.
So she arrives and she sees Amy and Johnny. And then AD arrives and then Chelsea and Jimmy. And AD says Clay is working, but he's coming.
And here's another theory about Chelsea.
Okay.
Who the fuck shows up at the lake house on a warm summer's day with the leather jacket on?
Well, she walked up and she was like, not me in the leather jacket.
Yes, bitch, it is you in the leather jacket where everyone else is in bathing suits, shorts, sundresses, and things such as that. And you come with a fucking leather jacket on.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was like, maybe she was like, will there be a breeze at the lake? Like, I don't know.
She has to remind them all how edgy she is. So what says edge more than a leather jacket and inappropriate weather?
You're so right. So, Laura, Amy, Chelsea, and AD They all sit. These are the women, that got engaged. So they
Yes.
sit, and AD takes the scrunchie off her wrist. It's like, this is the scrunchie of truth. If you're holding the scrunchie, it was funny.
Not the
So
scrunchie. She said the scrunchie.
no, she didn't.
She kept saying the scrunchie until Laura said the scrunchie of truth. And then she said scrunchie. And then the next time AD had to say it, she forgot and said scrunchie again. I was like, bless
I did
her
not
little heart.
notice that. That is
Scrunchie.
hilarious.
Yeah.
So they sit down, and Amy goes, all right, girl, like, I got to know what's happening. Cause, Jeramy says that, Jeremy told just so many J's. Jeremy told Johnny that he talked to Sarah Ann until 5 a.m, but just talking, but he's a man. So, and AD says, ain't shit to say at 5:30 in the morning.
Other than good morning.
And then we get up. If you were too focused on Laura's boobs, you missed what she did, because I missed it the first time. But she did the fist to the mouth, making a blowjob indication.
I think that may have happened.
I think it did too.
And Sarah Ann's got those big old dick sucker lips too.
Yes, she
does.
It
happened. She does. Mm-hmm.
Why? I mean, why would she go there? Why would she think that? And also, I want you to know that many people wrote, and probably wrote to you as well, to say that how she knew where he was because he dropped his pin where he was in that parking lot, but then he didn't think about later he probably left his phone somewhere and then went to Sarah Ann's, but he had his Apple Watch on. So everybody's like, the Apple Watch is what tracked him, and he didn't take that into consideration.
And see, if you're doing all that, you're doing dirty. He is a dirty bird.
Yeah. So when AD says, ain't shit to say at 5:30 in the morning, and Laura does the blowjob hand motion, I wrote, I fucking love Laura. I love her.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So basically she says, yeah, Sarah Ann is a piece of shit. But Jeramy is the one that made the commitment to me. When you propose, you're supposed to protect a person as your partner. You're supposed to protect their heart. You're no longer a you are a we. And when I left, I did not hear one word from him. This is my real ass fucking life, and this is a real ass fucking engagement.
The fact that he didn't, I think he goes on to say that he did text and ask for her address because he wanted to send her flowers. What the fuck do I want flowers from you for?
What are flowers going to do?
Why?
You better be showing up with a boombox like John Cusack. Yeah.
Right? And a Rolex and some Tiffany's and all kinds of shit.
You better show up with a full recounting of information, and not this.
Yes.
When she says you weren't at Lost and Found, that's when he goes, well, I don't want to talk about that right now. Well, guess what?
No.
So when Laura says, this is my real life, Chelsea goes, he ain't it, sis. And that's the best thing. That's the smartest thing Chelsea's ever said.
Period.
Way to go,
the whole season.
Way to go, Chelsea. Yeah. You nailed it. And Laura says, I don't think he ever cared for me. I think he was fake as shit in the pods. I don't know why he came here. And I think he's got feelings for Sarah Ann that he doesn't know how to process. Oh, fuck me. Can I drown myself? Because he has walked up.
Why would he even show up?
He has got the confidence of a straight white male. That's what he's got.
Yes, he does.
That's what he's got.
100%. He does. Yep. You're right.
And that one
Hawaiian shirt.
Jimmy goes, oh, you went for the Hawaiian shirt? He goes, yeah, I just thought I'd try to see how far I could push it today.
Yeah, he went there to make her upset.
He went there to see what a dick he could be.
Yep.
When he is in the wrong.
All the way. Couldn't be wronger.
So all the guys hug him. And Chelsea is like, act cool, act calm, act collected. Oh my God, I'm sweating. I'm so stressed out. And Laura goes, honey, I am cool and calm and collected. And she is.
She is.
She is.
Yeah.
So Jeramy sees that Laura is there. He goes, oh, great. The exact fucking person I don't want to see.
Yeah, like she wants to see you, which if you knew she would potentially be there, you should not have gone.
You're still filming a show, dickwad.
Yeah, that's true too. Mm-hmm.
So he says, no. And this is when he does that, like, like though he talks like that, he goes, no,
yeah,
I haven't seen her. I haven't talked to her 3-4 days. She's so mad, and everything she says everything I say gets spun in a different direction. And, I don't know. I guess I'm the bad guy.
What? No, you mean where she spins the truth?
She's literally just telling the truth.
Yeah.
So he tells the guys, Every time I text her, all I get is nasty fucking answers. And she wouldn't give me her address. I was going to send her flowers. And then she wrote me, "It sucks that your name in my phone went from fiance to Jeremy." Like, why in the fuck would I try to fight for something like that? What?
She's mad.
She's
She's
mad at
hurt.
you
Yeah, you
because of
fucked
what you
up.
did. Yes.
Yeah. He doesn't see it. It's frustrating.
He says, I was 100% on board with working things out. And like, even if you're angry, like, I don't want to talk to somebody who speaks to me like that. It's hard to have a conversation with somebody who just runs away if they don't like something.
Has he met Chelsea?
Imagine.
Can you imagine? Whoa. Poor Jimmy's like, oh.
Don't get Clay talking because he won't run away. He'll talk you to death.
Yes, he will.
And Jimmy goes, I'm going to be honest. I think y'all both a bit hard-headed. And Jeremy goes, I know that. I'll admit that. I know that. And Jimmy goes, Chelsea recently had kind of a similar fight where, she said things that she didn't mean. And I see that there's a reason to fight for it. And so I am. And Jeremy goes, I haven't been given any reasons to fight for it at all. Okay.
It's like he doesn't even know her.
It's like he doesn't even know her. It's like they weren't engaged. It's like he did nothing wrong and he's being maligned for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hate him.
He is hateable. And we were so focused on Matthew. Here's a real psychotic one.
God. So Trevor walks in and Chelsea turns around and goes, "That's Trevor?" Whoa.
She even pulls her glasses down a little bit to check him out.
She's like, "He's beefy."
Mm-hmm.
So Jeremy runs up, is like, "Hey, man," and hugs him. And Laura goes, "Oh, Jeremy is his best friend all of a sudden?" Which I love that because, Laura has probably heard Jeremy say so much shit.
Oh,
all
yeah.
these guys. And now she's like, "Oh, now you're best friends with Trevor, who you fucking hate?" Yeah.
He needs to be asking Trevor, can he be a fucking bodyguard for the day so Laura doesn't whoop his ass?
Mm-hmm. And in her talking head, Chelsea says somebody like Trevor is normally what she goes for. And it's interesting to see him. And yeah, it's complicated, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jess and Mackenzie, Pod Squad, they walk in. Johnny and Trevor meet the girls. And then Jess comes up and meets Jimmy and he hugs her. And she goes, "Not the church hug."
It was a church hug.
Well, let's talk about Jess's outfit.
She came with full booty shorts on.
Full boobs out, full booty, heels, the whole thing. She came to show, and she did.
She did. She came to show out, and she showed all the way out.
She did. Mm-hmm. Jimmy looks around at the guys and goes, "Well, my day just got a lot worse."
I bet it fucking did.
I bet it did. Trevor and Chelsea meet, and then Clay arrives and kisses AD. And it's like, "I'm so glad you're here." And so Jess sits down with Laura and goes, oh my God, I'm feeling too many things. Where'd he go? My heart's in my butt. Oh, I didn't know I would feel that. I hate it here. Okay, I need to know. Okay.
She's losing her cool.
Yeah, losing her cool. And then she looks at Laura.
Over Jimmy.
I know. It's the voice. Something about his voice really did something to her.
He does have a good voice.
I got to say, I don't like Jimmy, as you know, but I'm starting to feel sorry for him because he obviously he's a hostage. And he does have a nice voice. Okay.
Yes, he does. I think he's a nice guy.
I can change my opinion from episode to episode, guys. That's the prerogative here on Pink Shade.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So she says, I need to know to Laura. She says, "I need to know. You seem to be playing it really too cool. How are you feeling?" Right. And she goes, "Well, we haven't spoken." And she goes, "I see you're not wearing the ring." And she goes, "Fuck no, I'm not wearing the ring." And she goes, "Did he ask for it back?" And she goes, "No. And if he does, I'll tell him to kick rocks barefoot," which she does later because that's a catchphrase, I guess she's trying to make happen.
I love a kick rocks reference. I love it, love it, love it. It does something to me. I love it when someone
see. I would just be like, you could just fuck all the way off. That would be
this makes it so much better
because it's so childish.
Because it's so fucking childish. Yes, yeah. I live for a kick rock or something with the rock.
Okay. But that's just sort of like Jimmy's always like, "Well, oh my goodness,
it feeds my soul." Yeah,
like he's Forrest Gump. Well, oh my.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So Chelsea goes over to sit and chat with the other ladies. So she sits on the end of a chaise. You know how if you sit on the end, sometimes like it'll flip. Two other people are sitting there and she sits on it and goes, "Oh, I'm going to flip this chair." And then we see Jess like look over at her, which that made me mad. I was like, "Don't do a girl Chelsea like that. Now she's crazy, but don't be trying to make like she's going to flip a chair with two people are already sitting on it. Now, come on now."
But once again, here we go. Chelsea has to be the one to mention it.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Chelsea does it to herself every time.
So Jess gets up to go get a drink, and we see a montage that I didn't notice on the first watching, but I noticed on the second watching, a montage of all the guys looking at her. Every single one ogling her.
I mean, because she has, and I have to say, Mackenzie's really cute too.
Yeah. I wanted Jimmy to be like, so did you see me at the bar the other night and Chelsea make that shit up?
He's too scared to do it. He was like, I don't want to get Mackenzie potentially killed, so I'm just going to leave this innocent victim out of it.
Mackenzie wasn't at that bar. Mackenzie wasn't at that bar.
Oh, I know, but it would be the fact that he really found out that she was lying. But you know, at this point, the bitch probably don't even remember that she even said anything about Mackenzie.
I don't think she remembers anything about anything. So, in the talking head, Jimmy goes, yeah, seeing Jess does leave me with a lot of emotion. I mean, she's very good looking. And of course, like I'm attracted to her, and, having two amazing women that you really care about, like I'd be lying if I said it's not on my mind a lot. Okay. You guys, I love my meal kits. Being able to have a delicious meal without the long prep and cook time is what drew me to Home Chef over the other guys. Their meals are effortless, even for somebody like me. I'm not making it to Top Chef anytime soon. My kitchen's more like Hell's Kitchen. I'm always trying to get everybody fed. People are running in and out on different schedules, and I'm trying to make sure everybody has a healthy meal once a day. Home Chef provides fresh ingredients and chef-designed recipes conveniently delivered to your door. It comes in that refrigerated box. You throw it right in the fridge, and then when you're ready, you pull it out and make it. I prefer the classic meal kits where they bring you the pre-portioned ingredients and the easy instructions. That's what I like, but they also have these speedy recipes that are ready in less than 30 minutes. They have oven-ready kits. You just pop it in the oven, and then it's ready. They've got you covered no matter what you like to do. They have over 30 options a week, and they serve a variety of dietary needs. So you don't have to worry what to make ahead of time and, is it going to fit with what I'm trying to do? Not only is it convenient, it's economical too. Home Chef customers will save an average of $86 a month. You guys, that's a lot of money. So for a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free shipping on your first box and free dessert for life. What? That's homechef.com/pinkshade. You guys, free dessert for life? Homechef.com/pinkshade for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. Okay? Homechef.com/pinkshade. You must be an active subscriber to receive the free dessert. Do it and let me know what you ordered. So he asked Jess to come and talk. He's like, we got to do this, right? It's like on Housewives. Can I call you over here? Can we talk?
Right.
Or on The Bachelor, can I steal you for a sec? So they sit down and she's like, hey, Jimmy, it's really you, Jimmy. And he says, how are you doing? She goes, I'm good. It's been kind of a roller coaster. And she says, how are you? How's it going with Chelsea? And he goes, it's great. For the first time in my life, I don't have any insecurities. And she met the family. I mean, I felt great about it. Things are great. And it's easy. And, we had our biggest fight ever after that. It's just like a roller coaster, but things are okay now. And then they edited this to make it look like she goes, Jimmy, I want you to be good to her.
Right.
And then she goes, not me giving you advice.
She kills me with the not me.
I mean, and she goes, not me giving you advice. And you're like, shut up. But don't look at this as advice coming from an ex. Look at it as advice coming from a friend. And he goes, are you my ex? And she goes, I mean,
So, the part where he tells her, she's met the family and things were good. I for a moment there, to me, it seemed like he was being truthful when he said, but then we had the worst fight and it's really been a roller coaster ride. He's telling the truth. It's not all peaches and cream over here.
Yeah. That was good.
I was like, that okay. Yeah. He was in a safe place.
And then he tells her, he's like, oh, I just get real nervous around you. Oh,
you can tell he does.
You're so pretty.
I know, yeah.
Put those boobs away. Somebody looks like Megan Fox. Oh,
where's your prayer cloth? That's Phaedra Parks would say. Where's your prayer cloth? You're showing too much leg over here.
Too much leg. And he goes, I never dated somebody like you personality wise, so strong. And I felt a lot of pressure. And she goes, Jimmy, what the problem was you read my letter and your silence was so loud. You were dead silent. And he goes, yeah, I just didn't know what to do with that. And she goes, that night, and I found out you told Chelsea you loved her. Like, I cried a lot. And whoever my husband is going to be will validate me without me having to ask. Well, I mean, she didn't even know he's going through with Chelsea having to ask every 13 seconds, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me?
No. And she didn't get to see how emotional he was while he was reading the letter because he cried a little.
Yeah.
So, but she doesn't know that.
That's right. That's a great point. And she goes, so how do you feel about me, Jimmy? And he goes, well, I think you're the smartest person I ever met. Like, I think you're super smart and witty and fun. And, you said that thing about how I was going to choke when I saw you. And she goes, yeah, I did. I think what I said was, you're going to get your EpiPen. And, I was just gassing myself up way too much because literally I was the one that needed the medic after that. And that was kind of funny.
That was like, okay.
Well, I think it was good for her to say I was gassing myself up, like, and I was the one that needed the medic because clearly she just said that she bawled and cried and he got engaged and give a shit,
Yeah.
And then she goes, and then like I planned out how I was going to hug you today when I saw you and you went in for the hug and I was like, not him hugging me. Chelsea. I mean, what's her name? Fucking Jessica.
So then she has a wine glass that says, not me drinking wine.
Not me with my coffee.
Right.
So he says, listen, whoever gets you is going to be the luckiest man in the world. I care about you a lot. And in reality, you were my number one still. Okay. I watched it and then I watched this and then I rewound it because I was like, I must have, something was missing there. Let me just, no, but that is exactly what he said. In reality, you were my number one still.
So after this episode is out, if someone finds Jess's body, an Amber Alert for a woman fitting Jess's description, we know what happened. Chelsea did it.
Because he didn't say, in reality, you were my number one, in the pods until I found out you had a kid. Like, there had to have been something else after that they didn't show. Because that makes no sense that he would say, you're my number one still. That makes no sense that he would say that. And she said, but there's more episodes like, so she goes, well, you know more about me than anyone else on the planet. And he says,
I don't believe that.
And I don't believe that either.
That's not true.
And he goes, you terrify me.
Yeah, she does.
You know who you should be terrified of? The person sleeping in your house.
With the leather jacket on over there, that girl right there who, you better be counting the amount of wine she's over there drinking because that car ride home is going to be something, especially since Jess showed up to the meetup. So, her emotions are, she's sweating. And probably when he walks up there, she's going to do that fucking dinosaur run that she likes to, that T-Rex run that she does. I don't get it.
I would like at the end of this episode. So here we go. He says, you terrify me. And she cries and says, it stings a little, but I'm so happy for you guys. And that's the end of the episode. But what I want to say for people that will hear this episode on the public feed, the Pink Shade public feed, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday in your public feed, over here on Prime on the $10 level. If you hear this and you think we're being very hard on Chelsea, because I've seen that. I've seen that we're being hard on her.
Oh, who said so? People said that?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
I want to say flat out, I think Chelsea is beautiful. I would kill to have those lips and those eyebrows. I don't have anything. I think on this show has made her lose her mind up in here. That's what I think.
Well, per usual, I have the exact opposite feelings of Mary Payne, but I'm not going to say them at all since we've already upset the public about our feelings about Chelsea. So I'll just keep all that close to the vest.
They just say that, this is a way to go tearing down women. I think that we are recapping a television show.
Exactly what we see on here. And
I'm also tearing down some men. Okay.
Yes, we are equal opportunists here. We're not just going to poke fun at one person. Everybody can get it. Look, I will talk shit about myself all day long from head to toe, okay? But she I don't know
This
what to say.
episode 10 is the first time I've had something nice to say about Jimmy. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Yeah, you have made fun of his head, his
Oh yeah.
teeth, his
Oh yeah.
upper lip,
Uh-huh.
everything about him. So
Mhm.
I don't
Yes.
understand, but okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
All right.
listen, this is a recap show, and this is what we do. It's a comedy recap show. So
Yes, it is. Yeah.
if you want highbrow um psychological breakdown, you're not going to get it here because we are just
Oh
too to try to be
no.
funny. That's it.
Oh, okay. Is there something else that you can say real quick? Because I
Sure.
will mess it up if I try to say it because I
Okay.
saw something. I'm like, okay, this person clearly doesn't understand.
Okay.
You are only posting certain episodes. This is a prime level show.
Yes.
You are only putting certain episodes on the free feed in the
Yes.
hopes that people will carry on and come to Prime so they can hear everything.
Of course.
It's
Yes.
not that we're behind on shows
No, no, no.
on
No,
the
no, no.
recapping. Okay.
We
Yeah.
dropped 1 through 6 on Netflix.
Yes.
Netflix dropped 1 through 6. We dropped 1 through 6 same day. We pre-recorded
Yes.
all of them, and that is what pushed me fully into my 15-day sinus infection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Recording 6 extra episodes in 1 week almost put me in the hospital, but here we are. So we dropped 1 through 6 on the free public. So sorry. That's why it's confusing. 1 through 6, the same day Netflix dropped 1 through 6 on Pink Shade Prime $10 level. So then I waited till the Monday because we don't have a Monday show right now because Life After Lockup is on
Yes.
break and people love Keisha. So I said, hey, let me pull something with Keisha.
Aw.
Dropped episode 1. Okay, so the next Wednesday, Netflix drops episodes 7, 8, 9. So we drop episodes 7, 8, 9, same day, same time. Boom, boom. You watch the episode, hear the recap. Then, so the following Monday, I put episode 7 because that was the first of that series over there. This episode 10 is the first of a 2-part series, 10 and 11, that they dropped together. So episode 10 and 11 will drop at the exact same time that Netflix drops their episodes on Wednesday. And then wait till the next Monday and put episode 10.
Yes.
We will also put episode 12 here in the public feed. The reunion will stay on Prime. I've just made that executive decision.
Right as we're talking.
Right as we're talking. This is just business lady doing business things. But we do have to come up with something to fill in our Monday spot over on the free public feed before Life After Lockup comes back in April. So we'll have to fill in. Maybe we'll find a fun like documentary or we'll find something. But don't worry.
Okay.
We're gonna find something to fill in that time, y'all. There'll still be a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday episode every week on Pink Shade. Now, tell me what's going on in the Libra Lounge with Keisha.
So our newest episode, we are most definitely going to be talking about s6e10. I've got to do a recap of Mama June, but I have to say, recapping Mama June isn't that much fun because
somebody's dying.
Someone's dying.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So sad.
But here's the thing about me. I have no problem with being an asshole. You know what I mean? Like we're going to talk about it, good, bad, indifferent. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
And and I tear everyone down, not just women, everyone, children, the elderly. my
elderly.
Yes. My family members, everyone gets torn down. Okay. So we just don't tear down women. We just speak the truth about, things that we see. Yeah. Everyone can get it. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're going to be talking about s6e10, and I'm glad you're going to be talking about Mama June. And, we haven't heard anything from Kim. That was your bread and butter for a while, the Kim and Croy. We hadn't heard anything from them in a while.
There's nothing to hear. It would actually be me repeating the exact same things. Like Brielle. Okay, so Brielle, her oldest daughter, just had a birthday. I think today is her birthday, the day that we're recording. But it was so funny. She was having like this, everyone wants to have a birthday bash at a certain popular club or whatever.
Okay.
So they created like a flyer. They posted it on the club's page. And in the comments, it's like, who is this?
Oh, that's funny.
Is she famous? Like, it was all of these comments like that. I was like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing. You should pay those people to turn off the comments right now. But as far as Kim and Croy, it's the same old shit.
Okay, I haven't seen anything lately where the police have come to their house or they got kicked out of their house or she's selling her bags for $4,000 more than they're worth or anything like that.
Now, I mean, she was dressed as the Hamburglar, which I posted in the Libra Lounge Instagram story, dressed like the Hamburglar, taking a picture, and then she's got this fake like camera. You know what I mean? Like the camera when you're like recording a show, a filming camera,
Okay, yeah.
as like a prop or whatever. And she's trying to make people think that she's coming back on Bravo. Bitch, we know you're not. The only thing you got going is the surreal life, and we're still waiting for that to drop.
Okay,
No, she's not coming back to Bravo.
Well, let's talk about really fast before we log off, okay? Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, Candy has left, which she needs to. She's got too much going on. She is worldwide, bitch.
It is a total cast recast.
Shake
if you
up.
want to see who it is on my Instagram story right now. I will repost it so you can see it tomorrow.
Okay.
But it looks like the only person that's returning from the current cast is Kenya. They are bringing back Portia,
and then she announced her divorce. Shocker.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that on the Libra Lounge.
Okay, good.
Shamia is supposed to be added to the show, and there's a couple of new girls.
So Shamia, she was always friends with Portia. Is that right? Was she Portia's friend?
And Portia's friend, but then she's friends with some of the other girls too.
Okay, but then they said that Marlo was leaving. I was like, she just got here.
Marlo wasn't ready for a peach.
I know. I love Marlo though.
I do too, but I like Marlo as friend of.
Okay. I can get that. I can get that.
And Sheree has been, this has not been confirmed at all, but Sheree has been bumped down to friend of. Yeah. From what I heard, she doesn't have much of a storyline.
No, she doesn't. She's not doing shit on the traders. She's just hanging out.
Oh, she's not?
No, she's not doing anything. She's just like, anytime I hear anybody recap it, they're like, does Sheree even know what show she's on? She's like, why am I in Scotland? Why am I here? Yeah.
She hasn't had any moments where her neck veins are popping out because she's getting on somebody's ass. There's no who's gonna check me, boo. There's no woo. None of that.
None of it.
Oh, wow,
she seems confused. She seems confused. She's like, wait, what are we doing? Yeah.
Oh.
I heard somebody today say on Traders, the Bravo people are making a show.
That's what I've heard.
And that the people that are game players from Survivor and Big Brother are playing a game. So it's interesting to have those two. And then there's this one guy who's this random old dude from British Parliament. What?
From what?
British Parliament. He's like a politician from British Parliament. This one old dude. It is crazy.
Why? I thought it was for like well-known people.
It's being filmed in Scotland. Maybe he's known over there. I don't know. People are like, have you ever heard of him? Maybe he's been on a reality show in Great Britain and that's what I don't know, but it is so good. I implore you and James to sit down tonight. This season, the Traders get started. You will just die over the outfits, the looks.
Oh,
Alan Cumming, Phaedra. So they all dress like they're in the Scottish Highlands. So they come to breakfast in the craziest outfits you've ever seen. And you're like, how are you going to play a game in that?
Well, that would be me.
It would be
you. Don't give me a theme.
I would also love you to watch it and then give me your opinion in wig court about Phaedra, because Phaedra looks like, I don't know if she has a wig master living in her room with her, but she is on point. On point.
Look, if I were ever on a reality TV show, I would say, look, take part of my check and this is for hair and makeup for me every single day.
Yeah.
You gotta look good every single day.
Like, they look great every day.
Toe up. Yeah.
So
that's what I would do.
I really want you to watch it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. Please, if you're not, follow me over on Pink Shade on Instagram. It's at Pink Shade Pod. If you want to do TikTok, it's at Pink Shade Podcast. And you can also follow Keisha, and her Instagram is the Libra Lounge with Keisha. And Keisha is very, very funny.
I try.
And she doesn't tear down just women. She tears down everybody.
Oh, yeah. So if you don't like for people to be torn down, just pass me up, pass me on. Look, you could hit like just so I can have the number, but don't watch shit that I do on there because I tear down celebrities too.
I know you do. And that's okay. And that's why we love you. And everybody, if you are here hearing this on the free feed, thank you very much. If you want to hear all the episodes, every single one, 1 through 11 is currently in the Pink Shade Prime. You can click the link below. You can get them all. And when episode 12 drops on Netflix, episode 12 will drop on Pink Shade Prime. You can listen to it right there. And Keisha, I will play the music and I will get ready to talk to you later. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.